Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction, where you can find latest album reviews. You can find our band interviews, and you can find live coverage of the concerts that we get. I've been doing a lot of work as of recently. If you've been seeing the channel, I've been doing a lot of album reviews. I have more of those to come this week. I will be doing Ghost Iris's and Ghost Atlas's newest records. Those hopefully will be going out in the next couple days, and then I'll also be doing Body Thief as well as While She Sleeps newest records, so definitely be on the lookout for all of those, and please go give them all a listen because they're going to be fantastic. Hopefully you'll check all of those reviews out. Plenty of interviews, stuff like that. Live sets are going to be coming really soon, so definitely be on the lookout for all that goodness to come. But tonight we're going to be talking about Sawce's newest EP, Bedtime Stories. So I'm a huge fan of this band, and if you didn't know, I also manage this band in my free time, so it's really cool to see them put out a record and just really do something, and also something that I'm connected to, because a lot of the times when I do reviews, it's usually through a band that I don't know or that I kind of know just in passing, but this one I actually have been working with them, so it's really kind of a cool feeling to not only see them do well, but also to put out something that they really are proud of and really stoked on. Also, they did an Indiegogo fund to fund this record, so that's also super cool, and they still have like vinyls and cassettes and all that stuff up, which will all be in the description. But really a huge kind of fan of this band. I think I would have been a fan of the band if I wasn't managing them either, but just a cool math rock band that I definitely feel like a lot of you should check out. So I'm going to go through each track, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, go through some pros and cons, and then finish it out with an overall rating. Hopefully I'm not a little bit too biased, because they are a band that I manage, so I do want to keep it as kind of unbiased as possible, as per usual. So we're going to move into track number 1, which is Sweet Dreams. This one's one of my favorite tracks off the record. Digging the sort of more mellow nature of this track. I think it is a good way to start off the record, just kind of keeping that sort of energy to it. I definitely feel like they're channeling a lot of bands like Chon, Covet, Tricot, even a little TTNG there, which is really cool. I always love that sort of melodic nature of more math rock and progressive music as well. Obviously, Covet and also Chon kind of have a heavier hand in this sound, but overall I think it's really cool. I also like that the track allows for Dom and Adam to kind of have these divergent melodic paths that just kind of work super well in a melodic way. Dom kind of has a little bit more like accenty riff sort of parts that kind of I feel like would get overplayed a little bit in certain respects to maybe some people, or maybe underwhelming just because it's bass. And I feel like they really kind of pull out the best of each other, and you can definitely hear it in the tracks and just the way that the flow is, and that it's arranged to not only work with what Dom does on the bass, but also what Adam does on lead guitar. And they're just not this sort of one note melody. You can really kind of hear that there's some thought process behind it. There's just kind of this cool like pattern and riff going along with it, which I really dig. I think it has a great groove, especially in the bridge. That's probably my favorite part of the track, and I think it is an absolutely fantastic opener track that really kind of gets people into the mood of how much the record's going to sound into that direction. So we're going to move into track number 2, which is Good Morning. This is another favorite of mine, and this one actually features Mike Shamus of Mastivist, as well as Dapper Duck. If you haven't checked out his stuff, he's awesome too, so go give him a listen. But this track is, I think, about either up there with Good Set. I feel like this 3 middle section of tracks are the best 3. I do love Sweet Dreams, but I feel like they really kind of hit their stride in this little section here. But getting back to the track, I think it really kind of has this great groove to it that definitely matches the energy of what's going on and what's the vibes of the track are. I think Mike does a really great feature, and I think he starts at around the 45-second mark and goes to around the minute 8-second mark in the track. I think it's a great kind of just fun, energetic, very fast-paced sort of track. I do like in the bridge that they utilize some acoustic guitar. I would love to hear a little bit more of an expansion on that. I think that's really cool. I always like when Adam does those little like acoustic guitar clips. I'd love to hear maybe like a section of that. I think that would be really awesome. And I also feel like this track really kind of encapsulates that sort of catchy element that a lot of bands, I feel like, especially instrumental bands, kind of lack in terms of just vocals, and so this one kind of still has that really catchy, fun vibe to it, but doesn't have any vocals on it, which I think is awesome. It's another really cool way that you can kind of incorporate that sort of vibe to it, and I would love to hear maybe vocals on another track. I know that they have a vocalist that did a feature on the next track, but I would definitely like to hear that more often. I know that's tough, but it would be really cool. I know that Strawberry Girls really kind of does a similar thing to how they write their music, and I think that they do it super well too, and just the way that they arrange things. So would like to hear more of that, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna be crying over it. So we're gonna move into track number 3, which is Mouth Noises. This is another favorite of mine, and I think this one's probably the most unique track off the record. It has some really great, gorgeous vocals from Tom that start at around the minute 14-second mark that goes to around the 1 minute and 5-second mark. Tom is from another local band in New Jersey called In Angles, as well as Model Homes. I haven't checked out Model Homes, but I'll have to go give it a listen after this. But definitely know about In Angles. They're awesome. But I like the electronic element in this track. I think it really kind of is pretty evident throughout the entire song, and I like that it carries throughout the entire song. They just don't keep it in a certain part. It really kind of keeps the sort of regular tone of the track, and then just kind of is played off of, whether it be by Dom on the bass or Nate on the drums or Adam on guitar. I think it really kind of lends itself super well to all three of them. I think that song, and it's also cool that it's not like the main focus of the track, but it just kind of centers everything, which is really nice. There is this little cool breakdown at the 2 minutes and 20-second mark to around the 2 minutes and 45-second mark that you should definitely be grooving and bumping to for sure. So we're going to move into track number 4, which is Good Set. This one is my favorite. As well, as you can notice a trend, but this one's one of the singles. They released a music video for this one, so check it out. This one is absolute groove central. I like that Dom and Nate are really kind of holding it down. Dom kind of does like almost like a really cool bass kind of riffing going on there. I don't know if he's doing any sort of like thumb work going on with that, but really cool stuff going on there. Bouncy really has this awesome, great energy to it, and then kind of towards the middle it mellows out, and then there's this really cool rhythmic pattern change at around the minutes and 47-second mark to around the 2 minutes and 30-second mark that I feel like a lot of you would dig. If you haven't already checked out this track, give it a listen because it's out. I mean, the whole record's out, but definitely go give this one a listen if you haven't already. So we're going to move into the last track. Track number 5, which is Sleep Tight. There's this really cool delayed guitar work from Adam. It's a nice melodic track that kind of rounds out the record, and I feel like it kind of circles back to the first track, Sweet Dreams, where it kind of plays off that sort of melodic patterns of the first track. I definitely dig the more melodic tendencies of this song. I feel like it's a little bit less than Sweet Dreams. I feel like Sweet Dreams is a little bit more realized than I feel like Sleep Tight is. I think it's a solid track, though, nonetheless. I think that the biggest quality that I like about this band in general is that each instrument kind of has its own voice, and they all speak, and they speak very well, and it's not like they're interrupting each other, and it's awesome. And I think that's a lot of the reason why I feel like this as an instrumental record really works, and I think it kind of carries a lot of the qualities to what I would listen to on a regular basis with like a vocalist record, or just like a heavier band, or like a band in the same sort of lane. And I definitely dig that about them for sure. So some pros and cons. One huge con, I wish it was longer. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people would wish that it is longer, but I feel like that's just a given. But some pros that I have about this, I think it really brings a lot of catchiness to instrumental music. I think that a lot of the bands that I listen to, I do like instrumental music, but over time it becomes a little bit like repetitive. It feels kind of bland just because I gravitate towards the vocalist side of the type of music that I listen to. But if there's a select few bands that really kind of get me, and definitely Sawce is one of those bands that kind of still has that sort of, instrumental element, just because there is no singing, but also it really kind of works with the sort of vocal qualities that a vocalist would have in a band. So definitely dig that. It runs the gambit of melodic to high energy, which is definitely cool, and you should go give that. I feel like that's a big aspect of this record as well, is just like you can have tracks that are a little bit softer, you can have tracks that are a little bit more punchy. So definitely nice to hear the variety, and that's really cool. I think it is miles better than their first EP without a doubt, not only production level wise, but just I think thought process wise, it just seems a little bit more complete, and I feel like the band definitely has a bright future ahead for them. Certainly I might be a slight bit biased, but that's I mean, I manage the band, so I have to be a little bit biased. But anyway, my overall rating for Sawce's Bedtime Stories, I'm going to be giving it a 9.7 out of 10. It's one of my favorite kind of EP releases of this year, and I think I would say that even if I wasn't friends with the band or managing the band at all, I genuinely believe that this record is really phenomenal, and you should definitely go pick it up if you get the chance to, because it is a cool math rock, progressive rock record that you should go give a listen to. But let me know in the comments what you think about it, what your favorites are, if you agree with me, if you disagree, if you think I'm biased about it. Certainly let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you enjoyed this review, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share it. It goes a long way. And thank you guys for watching. My name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix. We'll be talking with you soon. Peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.